Welcome to the deep dive. Today we've got something quite, well, concise that you sent in. It's a short poem called Fred.
Right, and the source is just listed as excerpts from Fred. Very minimal.
Exactly. So our mission essentially is to take a look at this little piece and see what kind of interesting perspective it offers about this guy, Fred. You were curious what we could, glean from it.
Yeah, and honestly, it's intriguing. Such brevity.
Okay, so let's just jump right in. I'll read the whole thing. It's got a bit of a rhythm to it.
Go for it.
Fred. There was once a man named Fred, who ate only water and bread. For he gave all he had to the poor, to everyone who came to his door. When asked why he did this, in a world full of complexities, why bring yourself to such a reality, he smiled and said with simplicity, I am proud of my humility. Okay, so, Fred. A man of simple tastes, water and bread only.
Very simple. And it's because he's giving everything else away, right, to anyone who shows up.
Yeah, basically emptying his house for the poor, and it's quite a picture, like total divestment.
It really is extreme, isn't it? Not just tidying up,
Yeah.
but full-on gifting everything.
Right. And then, the obvious question comes up. Why? In this world that often seems all about getting more, why this radical simplicity?
And his answer,
Mhm.
that's where it gets really interesting.
It is. I am proud of my humility. It's kind of a head scratcher.
That's like pride and humility. That we usually see those as, well, opposites.
Totally. Like, how can you be proud of being humble? Isn't that sort of canceling itself out?
Well, maybe Fred's definition of humility is different. Perhaps it's not about thinking less of yourself, but maybe thinking about yourself less or finding value in that selflessness.
That's a good point. Like, his humility isn't about being meek and unseen. It's an active practice. Giving things away, living simply.
Exactly.
Like,
And he finds satisfaction, maybe even a quiet confidence in that practice. His pride stems from living it according to that value.
so it sort of challenges our usual ideas of success, doesn't it? He's not chasing money or status.
Not at all. His sense of achievement, if you can call it that, seems rooted purely in this act of giving, in his humility, a different kind of fulfillment.
And the poem presents it with such simplicity, too. He smiled and said with simplicity. It cuts through all the, complexities mentioned.
It does. It boils it right down. In a complicated world, his answer is straightforward. This is my value, this is my action, and this is the inner state it brings, which he calls humility. And he values that state. He's proud of it.
Yeah, it makes you pause and think, what is humility, really? Is it just feeling small, or is it a deliberate choice, like Fred's?
A conscious choice to prioritize others, perhaps,
Uh-huh.
and maybe acknowledging the worth in making that choice.
Mm,
Fred's example really pushes that idea.
absolutely. It's extreme, for sure. I mean, water and bread.
Not exactly a balanced diet.
No. But the core idea, this different perspective on humility and finding value there, it's definitely thought-provoking. So thinking about Fred, what part resonates most with you?
For me, I think it's the directness, the alignment between his belief, this value of humility through giving, and his actual actions. There's no gray area.
Right, he lives it completely.
Yeah, and he's not shy about acknowledging the humility that results from it, that simplicity and conviction are quite powerful.
So wrapping this up then, this little poem, Fred, it really packs a punch for something so short.
It does, offers this concise but quite profound look at humility. An extreme case, yes, but one that makes you reflect.
Makes you reflect on your own values, how you define humility, maybe how your actions line up with your beliefs.
Exactly, that link between inner belief and outward action.
So here's a final thought to leave everyone with. What if more people, maybe not to Fred's extreme, but what if more of us found a similar kind of pride in humility? How might that change things?
Interesting question. A different kind of world, potentially.
Definitely something to mull over. If you found this deep dive interesting, please do subscribe and maybe share it with someone else who might appreciate this kind of perspective.
Thanks for tuning in.